Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to Brian's Badass Reviews. Thanks so much for stopping back into the channel. Right now I am sitting outside on an outdoor couch that cost me hardly anything to make. And how did I do it? I did it by using pallets. That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to tell you some project ideas and some things that you can do to kind of spruce up your home, get some decorative ideas, get some furniture ideas, stuff like that. And it's going to cost you, okay, well not nothing, but pretty much next to nothing. Let's get into it. Kick that intro. Thanks so much guys for stopping back in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. And if you like the stuff that's on this channel, do me a favor, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. We're outside. I want to talk to you guys about some cool projects that I made out of pallets, and it cost me pretty close to zero money. Now this pallet couch, I created this pallet couch probably, I don't know, going on 3 years, and this thing has stood the test of time, guys. And basically what I did was I was looking online, I was looking all over the place at outdoor furniture. I wanted to kind of spruce up our backyard, have it a nice place where we could come out here, enjoy the nice Texas weather that we live in, have some drinks out here, barbecue, and just kind of have a cool outdoor place to chill. But when I was going online, I was looking at all these different outdoor furniture sets, and they cost upward of $1,000. Some of them are more than $1,000, and I was like, man, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got the money for that. I'm not rich. I didn't hit the lotto. How can I do this for free? A few years ago there was kind of this pallet craze going on where everybody was making stuff out of pallets, and I was one of those guys. So I hopped on the old Pinterest, I hopped on the Google, I hopped on the YouTube, and I was checking out different ideas on how to make furniture out of pallets, and it's super easy, guys. This is not going to be a how-to video. I just kind of want to give you some ideas, show you some stuff that I did, and you guys can do it too. There's a million different videos out there that show you kind of how to put this stuff together, how to break down a pallet, how to do all these things. I'll show you some of the tools that you need to do it, and I'll just kind of show you how I put these things together. First and foremost, and it's kind of the big eye catcher, is this pallet couch that's behind me. Now, where I got the pallets, I got them at a place called Tractor Supply, which is in the local town that I live in. Now, you guys might have farm and fleets, you might have fleet farms, you might have just any kind of mom and pop company that has these, they get bigger deliveries that come in on pallets. All you gotta do is you gotta go in and just ask the owner, and that's what I did. I went in there, I noticed they had a bunch of pallets stacked outside in their kind of their back fenced in, I don't know if it's not really a lumber yard, but like, I don't know, where they had a bunch of outdoor kind of stuff, and there was a ton of pallets back there. And I just simply went in there and asked them, I was like, hey man, I'm working on these different pallet projects, could you spare some pallets? And the dude was super awesome, and he was like, he's like, how many do you need? And at the time I was like, well, I don't know, I need like 8 or 9 or whatever. And he's like, no, seriously, how many do you need? He's like, because I have over 200 pallets out there. He's like, you can take as many as you want. They literally grabbed a forklift, grabbed 2 stacks of pallets, and put them in the back of my truck, which was super awesome. So I brought them home, started cutting them down, and started making some magic out of these things, guys. Let me just show you this pallet couch. Now, I'm gonna come over here and just show you. This is sections. It's not one big piece. These are sections. So if I take this, I can actually move that out. You see how that's in kind of different sections there? Well, this piece is a little bit broken, but that's okay. I can take another one and just pop it in there. And then as I come around the back here, you can see this actual piece right here. I actually, in the summertime, have an umbrella that I stick in here. It pops up, and then this whole area here is covered with shade. As you can probably hear from the wind whipping through here, it does get pretty windy through here, so that umbrella, it didn't really last long, so I'm gonna have to come up with a different idea for that. But this is its own section. If this was not here, this whole thing would come apart. So I've got a section there, this is another section, and then this is another section. I just kind of line it back up. Boom, there you go. That's all that's to it, right? And so I'll throw some pictures up here. In the pictures you can see where I'm kind of setting the pallets up, just kind of mocking it up, getting a good idea of how I want the layout to be. Got the measuring tape out, how high did I want it to sit off the ground, and then I just started measuring. So while I was in the process of making that pallet couch, I figured, well, I need a couple chairs to go with it, and I had plenty of pallets to use. So I made this chair right here, and there was actually 2 other chairs that I made, but they didn't quite survive the weather, and that's my fault because I didn't use glue. Pro tip, make sure when you're putting these things together, you're gluing pieces that you're kind of nailing or screwing together. Glue is very important. It will help it withstand the time. And then at the same time, I also made this pallet bench right here. And this, guys, is literally just a couple pallets that I kind of cut down. And I added a 4x4 and just some 2x4s for some arms. Another super easy project. Didn't take me a lot of time. Now these things have been sitting out in the weather for a long time, so you can see that the cushions kind of are weathered a little bit. I usually try to change the cushions out maybe once every year. We do get a ton of sun, and that sun is vicious down here in Texas. So as far as cost goes, the actual pallet couch and the furniture itself doesn't cost a lot to make. The only cost that's associated with it is going to be the cushions, and it's hard to find cheap cushions. Now I get mine at Big Lots. Every summer they run kind of a buy one get one half off. You can get 2 cushions for 45 bucks. You can probably go on Amazon and look, but they're expensive. It's kind of cool because you can kind of change it up every year if you want to get a different color scheme going with your pallet couch or your chairs. You can kind of change the color up. So that's pretty cool. Just want to take you over here, and I want to show you, I did something that was pretty cool, and it lasted for a while. But right behind me here, you can see this blank spot on the wall. Well, right there, I actually had a dartboard, and I had made kind of a pallet holder, almost like a pallet cupboard, I guess, for the dartboard to stay in. It was pretty cool. It didn't last as long as I needed to, again, because I didn't use glue. If I would have used glue, it'd still be up there. I could still throw darts. I'd just go to Walmart and get the cheap $8 dartboard, and it would last for a few months. And then as the weather kind of got to it, I'd throw it away and go grab another one because it will warp and stuff like that. But it's pretty fun, just out here throwing some darts, drinking some beers, grilling up some food, all kinds of different stuff you can do with these pallets, guys. I made 2 of these outdoor coffee tables. These were super simple. I ripped them through a table saw to make sure they were all the same size, and then just lined them up. Brad nailed them together, and now we have an outdoor coffee table. Now these legs, the base that it's on, was actually one of our first indoor coffee table sets, and they had a glass inlay. And when we moved to the new house, we got brand new furniture and stuff like that. And so for a while there, I had this in another area, and then I figured, you know what, we need something for the outside. So I just took the glass out and made these covers to go over the top of it. So as you can see, I can actually pull this cover off the top. That's what it looks like. Basically, it's just and this is kind of what the dartboard looked like too. I had this up here, and I had the dartboard inside of it, except it was a little bit bigger of a box. And there you go. And now we have a place to put our adult beverages as we're sitting out here enjoying it. The wifey bought me this fire pit, which was the final touch to it. It's awesome. We sit out here, we crank the music up, have ourselves some drinks, enjoy the time with our kids, with our family, with our friends. It's super awesome, guys. Let's step inside real quick. I want to show you this cool wine holder that I made out of pallets, and then I will head into the garage and I'll show you some of the tools that we use to get these projects going. Let's go. So you guys got to check out this wine rack that I made. Super simple project. You just simply take the pallet, you cut it right where the slats are, you make yourself a little bit of a bottom, route out a space for the glasses to go, and that's it. It becomes a very nice decorative piece for your home. This is our dining room that it's in. You can see how everything kind of matches. These ladders that you see right here, I actually made those, but I didn't make those out of pallets. I actually made those out of 2x4s. But that's another simple project, guys, for not very much money at all. And you can make yourself these nice decorations that kind of enhance the look of your home, right? So basically, I just cut the pallet here where that slat came across. Just cut it on both sides using, I think I used the Sawzall just to kind of get it off of there. I made these little spaces here, and then this piece is just a cut down portion of the little slat that goes across of it. I just cut it down, and then I grabbed my router and I just routed the spaces for the glasses. Now I didn't get real mathematical or anything. I just kind of measured it out as to where the spaces were supposed to be. And then in here, if you look on the bottom of it, I just put a little bottom. I cut a little piece, measured it out, and that way it's got a bottom here so that these bottles can just sit in there nicely. The wifey got these bottles here at, I think, Hobby Lobby or something like that. And she got these decorative fake flowers and decorated it all up. And it just puts that final nice touch on it, guys. And we get a lot of comments when people come over how they really like it. I've actually made a couple of these for my friends. They have them hanging in their homes. And it's a very cool project. Very simple, very cool. Looks very nice in the home. How much money did it cost me? Cost me zero. Just a little bit of time. Pallet wine glass holder decorative thingy dingy. That's what I'm calling this thing. So very cool. So in order to do these awesome pallet projects, guys, there are gonna be a few things. I'm sorry about the echo. Obviously I'm in the garage, right? But anyways, there's gonna be a few things that you're gonna need. There's gonna be some tools that you're gonna have to utilize while you're working on these projects. First but not foremost, let me grab it. You're gonna need probably, I'd say 12 to 24 of these, depending on how many projects you're doing, maybe more. But this is an essential tool to get you through. Helps out with any kind of stress or any kind of obstacles that might come along in the project. My preference right now is the Dos Equis. That changes from week to week, but right now, 12 to 24 of these and you'll be set. And then absolutely number 2, you need an awesome wifey that will give you some food to help you fuel that energy through. And the wifey, she just right now actually hooked me up with these awesome chicken salad wraps and some potato chips. Thanks, babe. Delicious. You're gonna need a hammer, guys. You might need a crowbar. When I first started tearing these pallets down, this is what I used. I'd use the claw and the hammer, and I'd be trying to rip it up, get the thing with the crowbar and trying to tear these pallets apart, break them down, get them down to the size that you want. Hammer and crowbar is essential. You're gonna need them. But if you wanna make your life a little bit easier when breaking down these pallets, you gotta get yourself one of these. Hold on. Get yourself a decent Sawzall. I got this thing at Harbor Freight. I get a lot of these things when I'm doing these low dollar cost kind of projects that I don't wanna spend a ton of money on. I'll run over to Harbor Freight. They usually have the tool that I need. Sawzall is extremely useful. It will slide easily in between the slats so that you can cut all the nails in the slats, get them down. If you want to cut the actual wood itself, I mean, Sawzall, you guys know, this thing is awesome. Sawzall is awesome. Essential tool in anybody's kit. This was not a top-end, high-dollar Sawzall. This is just a cheap one that I got just to kind of get me through the project that I need. I don't use it every single day. I just use it once in a while, so I don't want to go spend a ton of money on it. If you're into doing these home projects, you probably have one of these. This is a brad nailer. Again, Harbor Freight, super cheap. Again, I don't use it all the time. You can look over here, actually. I can show you. Right in that back corner there is my air compressor. If you have an air compressor, get yourself a brad nailer. You can also get the ones that are battery operated, not air compressor, but this is gonna be crucial. Of course, you wanna have a screw gun. Now, the pallet couches that I made outside, the chairs, I use screws for everything. A lot of bit of glue, a little bit of screws. Get yourself one of these. This is Milwaukee. You can get a combo for these at your local Home Depot, your Lowe's. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them anywhere, guys. So, need one of these. You're gonna need a tape measure. Got myself the Craftsman. Craftsman will guarantee their tape measures. If you ever break your tape measure, you can take it back, send it back to Craftsman. They will send you a brand new replacement for free. This is great for measuring out all kinds of different things like your wood. That's what she said. Getting the length on the materials that you need, stuff like that. Obviously, a tape measure should be in everybody's garage, right? Get yourself a good pair of gloves when you're handling these pallets. You can have loose nails, you can have staples, all kinds of different things sticking out. You don't want to stick yourself with them. You don't want to end up having to go to the emergency room because you're trying to make yourself a low budget project and now you're gonna pay $200 and some just go to the emergency room, right? Make sure you guys get yourself a good pair of gloves. They can be a lifesaver. And then as always, guys, safety first. Make sure you have the safety glasses. I have a couple different pairs. When you're breaking down, when you're cutting the wood, when you're breaking apart the pallets, things can fly up. You don't want anything to get in your eyes, so you gotta be safe, guys. You might look a little silly or cool like me, but it's gonna save you in the long run. Get yourself some safety glasses. Gotta have them when you're working on these projects. Gotta get yourself some screws, get yourself some brad nails, get yourself some glue, get yourself some brew, and that's pretty much it, guys. I recommend going on YouTube. Again, like I said, there's a million different pallet projects. You can go on Pinterest. There's a million amazing things you guys can check out that cost you hardly any money. And at the end of the day, you have something nice that you actually created, that you made with your own two hands. And it's something that you can be proud of, something that your family can enjoy, something that you can enjoy. So that's pretty much all I got today, guys. I just wanted to show you some of these different pallet project ideas that I have made. I'm not trying to show off or anything. They're super easy. Anybody can do it. It's a lot of fun. I hope you liked the video today. If you liked it, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit me up in the comments below. what do you guys think about these ideas? Let me hear about the different pallet projects that you've made. That's all I got for the review today, guys. You know what I like to say. You gotta be kind to each other. You gotta do what makes you happy. That's it for me. I'm out. Peace.